All right, good afternoon. It's a little later in the afternoon today. It is Friday, March 7th. A little bit later than I usually go live, but that's okay. Lots of fun things. First off, happy Friday. What a great day. It's nice to be home from work and just, not getting school things done and just sort of put a pause on that. Also, you guys probably saw that I am still number one in my group, even though I am, even though it's the second round. Here, let's pull this up so I can show you. Where did my mouse go? Here it is. Okay, couldn't see my mouse for a minute. No, let's show you this one to say, holy cow, congratulations. How awesome is that? Currently first in my group. There's my QR code. There's also a code in the description and in the pinned comment and on my channel page and on my social media and oh my gosh, everywhere. Well, watch this. If I go to this page, I'm going to refresh the page and it does a little confetti party. Isn't that fun? What I think is really fun, we'll get into the puzzles soon, I promise. But what I think is really funny, they reset the counter because of course, it's a brand new thing. But in my group, when I go into the group, there's all the people that we've seen these pictures over and over again. But remember, they cut out, there's 90 people in the group and they went down to 20. And so from 90 down to 20, they cut out 70 people and they're still in the group, but they're grayed out. Isn't that funny? Like they died in the Hunger Games or something, right? It's like, our fallen comrades. So like, a moment of silence for place 23rd, past tense, right? Your donations and participation still benefit, but she's not in it anymore. Like, so funny the way they do it like this to make it all grayed out like that. I was looking on, I think, Facebook, and somebody said, I asked how many groups there were, and they said that there were 1,000 groups. I don't know how accurate that is, if that's like a rough estimate or what, but that would mean that there are still 20,000 people in the running. What I think is interesting is that we just barely survived the first, right? The top round there. We cut down from 90 to just 20. There's still thousands and thousands of people because there's many, many groups. But then as we go, deeper and deeper, the votes roll over. So if you are still voting for me each day, oh my gosh, thank you. How awesome is that? Link in the pinned comment, link in the description, link everywhere. Callie says, afternoon, the offer still stands. Bribe me and I'll give you votes. I don't know what to bribe you with. I'm a starving teacher, as if I had money. It's so funny in the day when the kids are like, Miller, do you have $1? I'm like, do you think a starving teacher has $1? Come on. I'm not starving, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't carry money on me. Come on. It's so funny. But anyway, what I wanted to show you here is that your votes are rolling over. So slow and steady wins the race, right? We do a daily vote every single day. And we're going to end up with just insane amounts of votes. Come about April 3rd is when the group finals go. And then they kind of merge all the groups together. And we end up with the quarterfinals, the semifinals. And each time those votes reset. But right now in the main groups where we're at, your votes are still counting. Even the old votes count for right now. So it rolls over. So anyway, let's play the puzzles. Let's do it. All right. The connections today has a couple of great words. Let's look at it. Ample, cash, label, Lumon, Buffalo, Mark, Helena, Mercury, Seal, Irving, Dylan, Dote, Brown, Stamp, Poach, and Phoenix. Wow, these are all over the place. I got hung up on the word Lumon. Sounds like lemon. Are some of these like one letter off from a different word? Like a date, a dote, a date, a lumon, a lemon? Oh, there's got to be other ones. Look at this. Apple. A-M-P. Oh, that's got to be one of them. Oh, there's got to be another one. Okay. Hold on. Seal, like pear? No. Oh, peach. There it is, peach. And that's a purple category. You guys, we've never gotten the purple category first. Oh my gosh, that's a first for me. I got the purple category, the hardest category first. I knew there was something weird about that. I'm like, what the heck is a lumon? Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, so Phoenix, Buffalo, Helena, those are cities. Oh, and Irving, Texas. Those have got to be it. U.S. cities. Yeah, okay. Man, are we going to do this in backwards order today? We're going to do this nutty. Okay. So one of these has got to be the easiest, and I'm just not seeing it. Like seal of approval, stamp of approval, mark, maybe label? That's probably the... No way! We're doing this exactly bass-ackwards today. Look at that. That is so funny. So what is it? Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash, Freddie Mercury, and James Brown? Subjects of acclaimed musical biopics. How wild is that, you guys? Oh my gosh, we did it exactly backwards. I've never done that before. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. That is so funny. I did it exactly backwards today. No way. Fruits with their second letters changed. Ample for apple. Dote for date. Lumon for lemon. And poach becomes peach. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. And why did I see that first? That just like stood out to me. I saw the word lumon and I don't even know what lumon is. We got to look that up. Okay, pause for a sec. I need to know. Lumen. Let's see. Lumen. Okay, apparently it's from Severance. I don't watch Severance. I know that people are talking about innies and outies, but all I can think of is belly buttons when people say that. I don't know. U.S. cities, Buffalo, Helena. Helena is Washington, Buffalo, New York, Irving. I want to say Irving, Texas, and then Phoenix, Arizona. I know cities pretty well. If I were on the floor, that game show, The Floor, and I challenged somebody with U.S. cities, I think I'd probably do pretty well. I don't know if that would be my category. Maybe my category would be like photography equipment, or gosh, what would drum equipment, or maybe something really niche so that other people would be scared to challenge me, like bossa nova classics. I'm pretty good at that. Or samba and giga, right? It's like traditional samba from Brazil. Nobody would know that. They'd be all scared to... Why do I know that really well? That doesn't make any sense. Some white guy from America suddenly knows all this like very specific niche fact about samba, and just, oh my gosh. Where does my knowledge come from? It's just strange. Okay, let's play the mini. Playing the mini crossword. Here, let me fix this so I can see it a little better. I realized that when I started doing... There it goes. When I started doing the puzzles a couple days ago, there's a green bar on the top that says, 75% off your subscription of games. But because of that bar, my screen doesn't quite line up. So I'm like having to deal with that. What 000 can mean? 000 is like very fine flour. So does that mean it's fine? You've really got a spell? You've really got something on me. I don't know. Indian currency is the rupee. I'm spelling that wrong. All right. Well, I know it starts with an R. What I can mean, maybe 3. Call of Duty Black Ops. I don't play, but I know the series. No, this is not correct. Roxy Blank. This is not Roxy Fart. I know this cannot be correct. This cannot be correct. Maybe fine is not correct. Oh, well, what if this one is like, I don't know, Roxy. I have never seen Chicago. Maybe it's Heart. I don't know. Because like I'm thinking of names. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Nope. Not gonna happen. Oh, maybe We'll try that. Camera attached to ski helmet. Oh yeah, for sure. GoPro. A lot of kids take my my video production class, and they say, "Can I use my GoPro?" Yeah, definitely. What ZZZ can mean? Maybe sleep. Oh, that's cute. XOXO, right? So it's hugs and kisses. So hugs. The middle of middle. The middle of middle. There's 2 D's. Is that it? Whoa, don't do that. Here, let's check and see if that's a D. You've really got a hold. Oh, totally. Okay, rupee. That's got to be it. Nice. I love the little ditty at the end, the little jingle at the end. You're like, yeah, you did it. Yeah, cool. Took me 3 minutes. That's not too bad. My coworkers were making fun of me because it takes me a while to do it. I'm like, well, I'm live streaming. I got to do like narration and stuff. Yeah, it takes me a minute. You know, I got to make it entertaining for you guys. What 000 can mean? Maybe hugs, right? XOXO. You've really got a hold on me. 1962 hit by somebody. I don't know who. Indian currency, rupee. I just was not spelling it right. RUPEE. What I can mean. 3. Call of Duty Black Ops. Video game series. Roxy Hart. That was a total guess, but ended up working. So, nice. Nope. Camera attached to ski helmet, perhaps. GoPro. What ZZZ might mean is sleep. And in the middle of the word middle is the D's. There's 2 D's in the word. That's funny. Okay, and then the Wordle. Man, yesterday I was so frustrated with the Wordle yesterday. On my second guess, I had 4 of the 5 letters, and I thought, oh, this will be cake. And then I proceeded to spend the rest of the game, like, bashing my head against the wall why I couldn't come up with the rest. I should have just, I stick with my strategy. I should just stick with my strategy and come up with a third non-intersecting word. But did I listen to myself? No, of course not. All right, so let's try. I'm looking at my keys here. I could look at the screen here too, because there's what if we tried flare? Okay, just the R. I was afraid that yet again, it's like 3 days in a row that I was not able to come up with anything. But luckily we came up with something. Okay, so flare gave us the R. Let's come up with a non-intersecting word like mount. That's a good word. Mount. There's an O. Oh, and there's a T too. Great. What about one more non-intersecting word? Pesky. Ooh, that's a good word. Pesky. Okay, and there is a P somewhere. And then from the remaining letters, right, there's only 26, so there are 11 letters yet to be used. I think we could probably pull it out. So it can't be a P word, and it's not a PR word, or a PO, I mean. So what if TR go together, and there could be an O. Could be a double O and P, troop. Would it make more sense if it was one of these consonants? Because there aren't any more vowels. There's not any more vowels. True, troc, trub. No, it's gotta be. It's gotta be troop. Yes. Okay. Nice. Way to guess the double letter, me. Way to guess the double letter. I was like considering. I'm like, okay, what if it's one of these consonants that hasn't been thought through yet? Yeah, 70 times we've played. We've won 100% of the time. And maybe you guys were watching those first couple when I first started doing this. I had this strategy of like, well, maybe I'll just kind of make up a word and deal with the consequences. And 70 puzzles later, guess what we're doing? We come up with a word and deal with the consequences, right? And then we come up with 2 non-intersecting words with that first one. And the one and only time I was like, nah, I'll probably get it from here, and I only came up with 1 non-intersecting word, I ended up eating it, absolutely eating it on the just the puzzle yesterday, because I had all 4 letters. I'm like, nah, I got it, it's fine. And then on the 5th guess, I was like, yeah, maybe we ought to come up with a 3rd non-intersecting word. And I came up with one that gave me the final letter. In fact, it was in the right place even. And then I was able to kind of reconstruct it on the very last. I'm like, what are you doing? Just stick with the program. Stick with the usual way of guessing. So funny. All right. Well, we did just fine today, though. Right? We stuck with the program. We did our usual strategy, and it paid off. So we started with flare, and that gave us the R. And then we tried mount, a non-intersecting word that doesn't use any of those letters. That had O and a T. And then another last non-intersecting word, which was pesky, and gave us the P, all in the wrong places, but that's okay. At least it gave us the letters. You know, you can rearrange them in your head. And there's no O, right? It's not a blank O, and that's all the vowels, right? So if it's not O right there, then O's got to go later. And then so I'm thinking if it's consonant, here are 3 of the consonants. It's probably like TR. You can't do I can't do PR, can't do PT or RT. It's just got to be probably TR. And then I took a stab. I really took a stab at that. I could have been totally wrong by saying OO right there. But it worked. It worked in our favor. All right. Now I do realize also that this one gets a little silly. There it is. Okay. We've got this little bar on the top that I wish I could dismiss the bar because it doesn't quite line up right now. It's silly. All right. So the theme for the Strands today is all decked out. All decked out. Are we decking the halls for Christmas? Are we, is it a patio deck, like the front of your house deck? Or the deck of a ship? Oops. I see the word saber. CH together is a little suspicious, especially where it's surrounded by consonants. Because that's got to connect to something. Right? HN doesn't make sense. HL doesn't make sense. HC doesn't make sense. So it's probably C, CH. No, maybe it ends the word, right? I see an ER. That's suspicious. Pray. All decked out. Decked out like wearing fancy clothing. There's lots of A's over here. That's suspicious. Day. Well, there's a BB. Cribbage. All decked out. Deck. Oh, like a deck of cards. Oh. Okay, so are these card games? Cribbage. What are card games? Poker. Poker. Okay. We're on to something here. What are other card games? War. That's too short. Solitaire. I see cards. Card games. There it is. Card games. Okay, great. So we found the spangram all decked out. Isn't that clever? Decked. Here, let me pull this to the side. Oh, were you worried for me? Oh, you got it in 5? Cool. Let's see. Eerie. What was the other one? Adorn. Oh, great word. Adorn. I'm going to use that. Can I steal your word? Adorn. I'm going to use that next time. Froth, trout, and then finally to troop. That's cool. Adorn. Oh, that's a great 5-letter word. You know, it's funny. Anytime I'm reading something and I come across a word, I'm like, I like that word. I'm going to use that. Canasta. I don't know how. Whoops. I don't know how to play canasta. Oh, there's the CH. I see. I knew that was going to be a strange one. Pinochle. I have also never played Pinochle. Rummy. You know, it's so funny. I was actually just barely talking with a kid today about Rummy Cube. One of my household absolute favorite games that my family always plays together. We play Rummy Cube. There's Rummy. Okay, so then what is this? CH. Churi. Euchre? Euchre. What is euchre? Oh, you needed all 6 hints today? Oh, no. My grandparents played bridge, and they had all of these other games, right? Canasta, and I never played it with them. They were kind of, old people games, so I never dove in and played with them. Okay, I'm actually kind of fascinated by this. Let me look up some of these games. Euchre. Euchre, a card game for 2 to 4 players, usually played with the 32 highest cards. The aim to win at least 3 of the 5 tricks played. In the card game, gain the advantage over another player by preventing them from taking 3 tricks. Huh. Okay. Pinochle. A card game for 2 or more players that uses a 48 card deck consisting of 2 of each card from 9 to ace. The object being to score points for various combinations to win tricks. Isn't there one that involves like a board? Is that canasta? Which is the one that has a board? Canasta. Canasta, a card game resembling Rummy using 2 packs. It's usually played with 2 pairs of partners. The aim is to collect sets or melds of cards. Okay, interesting. One that has like little pegs in a circle that you go around. Is that cribbage? Here, let me look it up. That might be cribbage. A card game for 2 to 4 players in which the objective is to play so that the value of one's cards plays equals exactly 15 or 31. Yes, this is the one. Okay, hold on. This is the one. Okay, we had this board. Have I ever used it? Have I ever played it? No, absolutely not. But you're trying to reach, I guess around this board, around this spiral of a board. That's interesting. I know nothing about it. But I know my grandparents had the cribbage board, and that's about all I know about it. I know it was a thing they did. If you're just joining us, thanks for coming in. I am in the running for America's favorite teacher. They just barely knocked out like most of the competition last night, and all of the votes still count. So if you're still voting for me, the vote link is in the pinned comment. No, it's not in the pinned comment. It's in the description. It's in my channel page. Lots of different places. So click on the link. You have to verify a Facebook account. I get it. Not everyone has a Facebook account. But if you do, then you could vote for me, and that would be really cool. If I win, I get $25,000 and a trip to Hawaii. All of which, and Bill Nye the Science Guy comes and does an assembly at the end of the school year for me, which sounds awesome. I would do it to just meet Bill Nye, honestly. All right, so let's do our last one, which is letterboxed. Okay, so we're trying to solve in 4 words, which tells me that these are going to be maybe a little easier letters today. Yesterday, we needed an A in the most desperate way. We needed the letter A, and it was not happening for us. Today, we've got an E. I don't see an S. So S, I have a feeling. Look, like florists. No, I can't do OR. All right, let's kind of orient ourselves with the puzzle a little bit, and then it'll make more sense. So W, M, and L. F, R, and O, P, I, E, pie, that's funny, D, and T, and U. Okay. And we have to do this in 4 words. So what are the hard letters? We've got an ER, that's nice. We've got a W. W might be a little silly to get rid of. Oh, there's no A. Oh, there's no... I can't do P-E. I was going to say trumped. Or trumpet. I could do trumpet. I guess we could just do... fine. We'll do that word. We can do... Ploder. Ploder's not a word. Plode. Implode. Oh, I could say implode. Here. Why say that word if we don't need to? We don't need to. 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 Imploder? No, but implode is a word. And that puts us on the E. We could do ED, so we could start on the D if that works better. E. Erupted. That's a good word. Good word, erupted. And that ends us on the D. There's no N, or else I could maybe say dew point. Maybe dew point is 2 words, though. Is dew point 2 words? Might be 2 words. How about D? Diffuse, is that a word? There's no N. I was going to say like definite. But we need to get over to that W somehow. Drew. We just need the F now. We can do it in 4 words. That's fine. Whiff. Oh, wife. That's I'm making this harder than it needs to be. Why make it more challenging? We did it. We did it. Move on. Okay. So we started with the word implode. It's funny, I use big words and then they kind of taper off from there. Implode, which the E led us to erupted, and the D led us to drew. The W led us to wife to get the F. We just needed that F at the end. We needed a W and an F. Cool. Cool. All right, let's start here. America's favorite teacher is, I'm in the running right now. Please vote for me. There's a way to, let me show you on this. So they just last night cut out 78% of the competition. They cut 90 people in each group just down to the top 20. And if you scroll down, then the people that got cut are now like grayed out. So they like died in the Hunger Games. So funny the way they showed that. But I'm in it, and there's lots of groups, right? I'm not the only group. Somebody said supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but there's 1,000, they say 2,000 groups. I don't know if that's true though. Could be just total bunk, total hearsay. But imagine, right? That's still 20,000. Yeah, it was 1,000 because she said, "Oh, that's 20,000 people." Still, 20,000. That sounds like a lot. So I bet you there's more like maybe 100 groups at the most. And then, still, that's quite a few, 2,000 people. And then they'll whittle it down. Here's the chart. They whittle it down. Your votes keep counting, which is amazing. So, until April 3rd, that's when the one person from each group advances. They cut people out. And then before you know it, there's only one. And I have been on top of the game. Here, if I click onto my chart here, look, it does a little confetti party because we made it through the first round, which is incredible. I am still in first. I have been in first for quite a while now, which is awesome. I would love for you to keep casting votes. You can vote just right there on the button. If you scroll down, people can donate. But just cast your free vote, right? Slow and steady wins the race. If everybody does one free vote each day and, everybody contributes like that, one free vote every time. I've already done my vote. I'm allowed to vote for myself. There was one vote that I did not vote for myself. One day that I voted for somebody else. Call it accidental or call it just being nice. I don't know. But I voted for actually the person in second place, which is cool. Yeah, vote for me each time, and you'll get you'll get the satisfaction of possibly sending me to Hawaii with my wife. That would be really cool. I even said on there, it says, what would you do with the $25,000? And some people are like, oh, well, I would totally start an art foundation at my school and whatever. Yeah, awesome. A lot of them are, I wouldn't say selfish, but like they're not, school related. It's like, I need to pay off my student loan debt, or I need to, put a down payment to a house or something. I said with the $25,000, I would buy a more reliable vehicle for my family. I have a vehicle that is older than my students. The kids I teach, it is older than a high schooler. So, and I love this part. If there's some left over, I would also buy myself a new cymbals for my drum set, which is very, very accurate. All of my cymbals, you can see in my picture here, all of my cymbals are different brands. Not that that's a bad thing, right? It's totally a first world problem. But I have, a Zildjian and Pasty or Peisty, and then another one here, and then my Sabian hi-hat. And they have great sounds individually, but together, collectively, it would be nice to have kind of a more unified sound. So that's my, icing on top. If I was able to win this, I would totally get a new car for my kids so that I have a safe, reliable vehicle for me and my wife and my kids. And then I would also get new cymbals for my drum set. And you guys are making it happen. Look at this. I'm currently in first, and if we keep voting once a day, it will just keep happening like that. So thank you for putting in votes. Your votes keep counting throughout all of these rounds until April 3rd. And then they reset the votes, and then each week there's a new set of votes. And then the final vote goes in on May 1st. And then by the end, they have to tabulate it all. I guess it takes a month. And then the America's Favorite Teacher is finally revealed, and that would be so awesome if it was me. So thank you if you felt so inclined to put a vote in for me. So there's a QR code right there, or the link in the description, link in my channel page, link all over the place. Scan that one. That might be the easiest to get to. So yeah, you guys are great. Thank you. Let's go over our puzzles today. So isn't that so funny? The connections puzzle I did completely opposite, completely upside down. Usually the hardest down to the easiest. No, it's the easiest to the hardest. Green and then yellow and then blue and then purple. But I did the purple first. I saw this word lumon and I was like, that's suspicious. So ample, right? It's fruits with their second letter changed. So instead of ample, it was apple. Dote for date. Lumon for lemon. Poach for peach. Let's see. U.S. cities: Buffalo, New York; Helena, Washington, maybe. Irving, Texas, I believe, and then Phoenix, Arizona. Emblem: a label, a mark, a seal, or a stamp. And then subjects of acclaimed musical biopics: Brown, James Brown, Johnny Cash, Bob Dylan, and Freddie Mercury. Wild. Okay. What 000 can mean, like OO, like X's and O's. Hugs. You've really got a hold on me, a 1962 hit that I've probably never heard. Indian currency, the rupee. What I can mean, 3, right, in Roman numerals. Call of Duty Black Ops, video game series I have never played, but I don't know, lots of people play. Roxy Hart, lead character in Chicago. I don't think I've ever seen Chicago. Nope. Camera attached to a ski helmet, perhaps, a GoPro. And then what ZZZ might stand for, sleep. You know, it's funny, yesterday's puzzle had a ZZZ diagonally. If you did the puzzle yesterday, the mini crossword puzzle. And then the middle of middle. Look at it. There's 2 D's. D-E-E. That's funny. Okay. And then for the Wordle today, we went flare and then that helped us with the R. And then mount was a non-intersecting word that didn't use any of those letters. And that gave us the O and the T. And then pesky gave us the P, but all in the wrong places. That's okay. And then rearranging those letters, I assumed if it was consonant, and then an O, maybe it was troop because of maybe a double O, and that ended up being correct. So that's awesome. All right, next was the Strands puzzle, all decked out like a deck of cards. So card games written upwards like that. You can see the, right there. Oh, I was going to look. Did this kind of goof up our guesses? No, it didn't. That looks totally fine. Okay. I wanted to see if the this bar up on top that says 75% off your first year of games. I just play the free games, right? It's just, I'm having a blast doing this. All right, so lots of different games. Some of these I have never heard of, like euchre. The only thing close to euchre is like the Eucharist, like is it the Catholic sacrament or communion, right? Different names for it. Pinochle, cribbage, rummy, euchre, canasta, and poker, of course. Poker. People love playing poker. All right. And then the letterbox today was implode. What a great word. Implode. Erupted. Oh my gosh. Two like violent words there. Implode and erupt. Implode and erupted. Drew. And then the W, I just needed the F, so I said wife. Dedicate that to my wife. And also, if we go to, oh, that cuts my face funny. There we go. If we go to Hawaii with our $25,000 in hand, then I will dedicate that to my wife too. And we will have a blast. I do. I really do. I live for those aha moments when I see kids take genuine interest in things I'm passionate about. I know I'm doing something right. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for supporting me. If you want to vote for me every day, you can vote once every 24 hours, and it really helps because you can see I've been on first, and I'm still on first. So I've got kids voting for me at school. I've got friends, family, Facebook, live streams, right? Everybody. So thank you for putting in your vote once a day. Those free votes, right? If you do the paid vote, it does help the Planetary Society in part. I actually went onto their website and I took a screenshot of it, but it's not on their website. It tells you how to get to the actual numbers. It's in the like Pennsylvania state office or something, office of the state, and they say how much goes actually to the maintenance costs and how much actually goes to the donation. And if you do donate money, it doesn't all go to the Planetary Society, right? It makes it sound like it's this big, we're going to donate tons. It's not a small amount. I mean, I think it was like 56%, 58%, but it's not anywhere close to 100%, right? There's lots of maintenance costs, lots of, within the company costs. They have to pay employees and that kind of thing. So it's a little bit of a downer if you end up, donating to their worthy cause because they don't get 100% of the proceeds. They got to keep the lights on, of course, but I wonder how much of that ends up being, on top of, unnecessary kind of spending kind of stuff. Who knows? I don't run a company, so I don't know. So, all right, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a fun stream. We solved all the puzzles. We figured out our answers, and tomorrow is Saturday. Got a busy Saturday, but hopefully you'll be able to do the puzzles. I'll probably do them early in the morning. So if you want to kind of stop in, it's probably going to be earlier in the morning. All right, you guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.